The Margaret Rudin case got nationwide attention as the infamous Las Vegas killer gets set for release from prison. We tracked down one of the lead detectives on the case, and he walks us through the evidence and the archives at the Clark County Regional Justice Center in this digital exclusive.
This is a picture of the glamour shot?
This is a Polaroid of the glamour shot, and this is exactly what it looked like from edge to edge. And it was hanging in a pretty ornate frame right above the bed, centered right on the bed. And the blood, the high velocity mist was right in this direction here, which fit perfectly with our theory that he was shot while he was asleep, because this is the way his head was. Mm-hmm. The glamour shot would have been like this, and then there's this phenomenon called high velocity mist. Mm-hmm. When a bullet enters the enclosed skull and creates a hole, the subsequent bullets that come in there have so much pressure and velocity that it sends blood flying out of the hole that was made by previous shots. Mm-hmm. And that's how the blood spatter got on the picture, and she never looked close enough to see that until she had it taken down and had Augustine Lovato clean it up the place. Mm-hmm. And this is what she took to the photography studio and said, "Can you, my grandkids got chocolate syrup on my picture, can you clean it up for me?" is what she told him. And the lady said, "Sure, no problem." And then she saw the news and she called us and said, "I think I have something here that you might be interested in."
How crucial was that glamour shot?
It was one of the most compelling pieces of evidence that we had, because we knew exactly where it was. There was no argument where the picture was. And then it was a matter of trying to explain legitimately how high velocity mist from Ron's head got onto this picture. And there was only one way that could have happened. It wasn't from him picking his nose and flicking it on the scene or anything like that. The only way that could have happened was a result of gunshots going into his head.
Emily, anything at all before we move on?
That's super interesting. Sorry, I'm just listening.
Yeah, that was pretty. It was pretty compelling.
And then I don't know, was thumbed through these photos.
Yeah. So this was back in Revere. This was part of her disguise, her looks kit. That's Jimmy right there. My partner, Jimmy Vaquero. This was the apartment complex in Revere, a little suburb of Boston, where she was captured. There's her wigs to go along with, disguising who she was. Fake IDs.
That's what you used to basically trick authorities.
Right. This is exactly what it is. And these are passport photos, and you can see that's actually Margaret, but with a wig and makeup. And this picture here is the actual Annette Boatwright. And she was assuming her identity. She had stolen Annette's driver's license from her home in Arizona. This was a surveillance. This is
Yehuda Sharon.
That's Yehuda. This is LAX. After we had served the search warrants at the house, she called Yehuda and says, "I got to get out of town," obviously. So they drove. We had them followed and surveilled from Vegas to LAX, and LAPD took these photos of her and Yehuda. I forget which gate it was, but she was headed back home.
And home was?
The Chicago area.
Chicago.
And she tried to deny that, no, that never happened. That's not Los Angeles International Airport. This is, I was waiting for a friend at McCarran International Airport, and she denied that was Yehuda. But obviously it was. And here they are talking, and before she got on the plane. So the LA guys did a pretty good job of surveilling her.
So you had undercover guys that were following her, and they were able to snap these.
Yeah, in fact, we surveilled her to State Line, and the LASO met us at State Line and gave them a complete description. They took over the moving surveillance of the car, and once it got to LAX, they were able to get all of these pictures, and they had no idea that they were being followed, none at all.
Wow.
How did she meet Yehuda Sharon?
How did she meet him?
Yeah.
At the Las Vegas Country Club. It's behind now it's called the Westgate, but it was the Hilton at the time, and it was a place where, really influential people lived and socialized there. That's how. He was the ladies' guy of the club. That's all he did, was go there to try and meet rich women and befriend them. I think there's a name for that, but I'm not sure how it's spelled.
They were a match made in heaven, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, these are all.
So what's it like seeing the gun again now?
It takes me back to all the little things that fell into place to make this case as solid as it was. You know, a freak encounter by a guy that was out scuba diving, and he finds a murder weapon unbeknownst to him, and he did the right thing. He turned it in to the park rangers, and the park rangers called Metro and said, "Hey, we got a gun out here," and they said, "Yeah, okay, thanks," and put it in the evidence vault. One little slip in that series of events and we wouldn't have been able to connect that. And that's why Torrey Johnson was so valuable in his expertise and recognizing the unique marks that were on the bullets that came from his skull to the bullets that came out of that gun. He remembered, he goes, "Man, I've seen these bullets somewhere before. Where have I seen them?" And he put two and two together. The guy should have got a medal for that.
And what was it like when you got the smoking gun, I
Oh,
guess?
yeah, I mean, that was the eureka moment. I mean, I'm sitting down at my desk and my partner's, we get the phone call from Torrey Johnson. He goes, "You're not gonna believe this." I said, "What, Torrey, did you win the lottery or something?" He goes, "No, but you guys just did." I said, "What's that?" He goes, "I have the murder weapon from Ron Rudin." I almost dropped the phone.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. It'll be the grand slam if if you were able to get it, because we could look at it and see where the blood spots were removed from, and it just jumps out at you.
This is his funeral book.
Hmm. These must be sympathy cards.
Those pictures of them at the airport, that's when she was taking
I don't
the
think
flight
there's any of
back
his
home
signatures.
for the service.
Oh, no, there are
She forgot to
some.
bring his remains, they had to FedEx them.
Item that we saw photographed earlier from her items from
Right.
Massachusetts there.
Mhm.
She sure liked pictures of herself.
She did.
This isn't a poster for
Don't touch.
what she's, for doing or trying to do something like I don't know what is. She might as well just make a sign that says
Yeah.
what she's trying to do.
I'm hiding.
Don't you
They're
have that at
looking
home?
for me.
Yeah.
Can you take it out of there?
Yeah.
Did you take out his license?
Boy, now I'm trying to remember where that was from when we found that.
That address is his office. 5112 West Charleston Boulevard.